This is Doug Creighton. Tune into the next episode of Ballerific.
Welcome to another episode of Ballerific, brought to you by Asia Super Week. I'm Alex Owen, joined by my homegirl, My Show G. Thanks for joining us.
Our first guest signed a contract with a professional team while he was still in college, inking with Ballerific Tokyo in the Japanese B.LEAGUE in 2017. In his first year as pro, he actually led his team to the B.LEAGUE title. And second year, won the championship for the second time and was named the final's most valuable player. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Yudai Baba! How's it going, Yudai?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So glad to have you here.
Great. And we're joined also by Doug Creighton, where he's played for the Chinese Basketball Association and the Super Basketball League in Taipei. Doug, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
So I know your father was probably very, very influential to your development for the love of the game. What are the biggest things your dad taught you about basketball?
My father always told me you have to challenge everything. So I tried to do that. When I was young, I want to be professional operator. So yeah, I'm thinking about my dream.
How about you, Doug? We're talking about this section for love of the game.
I think for me, it was the same thing. My dad was very influential in me taking part in actually just team sports growing up, like from baseball to basketball to soccer, all that. My dad was very influential in motivating me to be the best player I could be. And I think probably around the same age, 10, 11 years old, when I was like, oh, you know what, basketball's the one for me, because to me it encompasses the true team sport. All about communication, working well together. Guys on the bench are just as important as people on the court. So for me, I think it was around that age where I was like, you know what, let's stick with basketball. And it helped that I was kind of tall.
You were nationally ranked player as a sophomore in high school, and then you went to a very, very successful college career. You eventually signed a professional contract while still in college, as I mentioned. So how did that make you feel? And was it really difficult to pursue at such a young age?
I feel not difficult for me. I trying to always challenge, so I got so sleepy. Back to back in college. So next one.
Challenge is your motivation. You're just like, I need something to get motivated in.
I read this,
Doug, wanted to ask you about some of your highlights basketball careers, and one of the biggest ones is going back to 2015. When you're part of the Pure Youth construction team. You led them to a fourth-rate league title, coming back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. It was the first ever time that's been done. A little Cleveland Cavaliers, Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. Back there. I think we started the trend. I'd like to say that. Between it being a 4-peat was also one of the first times in the league, and coming back from 3-1. Those two challenges in itself were really hard to overcome. And because everyone's, when you're on top, everyone's gunning for you. And especially no one wants to have history written on them. And I think the other team, they just played that much harder. But we just had to remind ourselves, we take it one game at a time. There's no home runs. You're not going to end the game with one shot. So we wanted to use our experience and the fact that we'd been there before 3 years before that, and just play hard and just trust in each other. I think that fourth year was really when we knew that we had established ourselves as one of the best dynasties in the league. And we had a lot of veterans and a good coaching staff. And we had a lot of young guys who have stepped up. The thing is, every game we had someone step up, whether it was our import Garrett Seiler or guys coming off the bench. I think that winning that fourth championship in a row was I think it meant that much more to me, because we came back from 3-1, but it was also number 4, setting 2 records in one series.
In your first season, you helped Ballerific Tokyo win their first B.LEAGUE title. And then in your second year, you won a second championship, and then you were named the finals MVP, which everyone here are very proud of, especially in Japan. Can you please talk about what that means to you, having all these success in college, and then carrying it over to the professional stage?
Head coach Luka Pavicevic, so he has passion and the basketball knowledge. So he always taught me about the knowledge and the passion. So oh, keep going. So then we got so championship the time. So I believe the game. So that's it.
You believe in the game. Awesome.
Yeah, and head coach teaching. Yeah.
So Doug, we mentioned Yudai's success in the B League, and you actually got to play against B League competition in the East Asia Super League's first ever event in 2017, the Super 8. And you actually played against Ryukyu Golden Kings, who didn't win that year, but they won the terrific 12 the next year in 2018. Can you talk a little bit about B League competition and just the differences in Japanese basketball?
You can tell that the Japanese teams are always very well coached, they're very disciplined, and they play hard every single second of the game. And playing in that first tournament, it was almost like, I don't want to say it was a shock to me because I played against the Japanese national team, and there's the same thing. They're very well coached, they're very disciplined, and you know what you're going to get every time you play a Japanese team. And I think for a lot of my teammates who have never played on the international stage, they're kind of taken aback because you don't have as much of that discipline and structure that the Japanese have, and that shows on the court. Obviously, the talent is there and the coaching is there. So when you put all those things together, you're going to get blown out, and that's what happened.
In 2019, a very successful stint in the B League, and then you decided to pursue a career in the NBA. And there have been a few Japanese players before you that made that jump too. So did that bring you any kind of pressure? And if it did, how did you cope with it?
So my personality is so positive, right? Yeah, it's so fun. I didn't feel any pressure, so just fun for me. That's not pressure. Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Awesome.
Just yeah.
We all know that you're a real animal lover and prefer not to eat meat. Is that correct? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Vegan athlete, baby.
I'm pescatarian too. Yeah, I'm eating a fish so every day. So it's not, I don't like so much the beans. I'm trying to eat the fish. Yeah, it's sashimi and every day.
It's a process.
It's hard to just go cold turkey. So I think Yudai's doing it the right way. Just slowly cut things out, and eventually, your body will get used to it, and you'll get used to it.
I love animal, and so I don't want to eat some meat. Since I stopped eating a meat, I have more energy. I feel more energy. Good for body. Yeah.
When did you start, Yudai?
This January.
Oh.
Just 6 months. Yeah.
Was that when you were in Texas?
Yes. So I have to change on top of the court, so compared to American player. What should I do? So I love animal, and let's stop eating meat. Then vegan athlete.
We see on your social media that you're a no meat athlete and proud of it. Like, when did you become a vegan athlete? Like, when did you make the switch?
2016, I believe. But before that, I was a pescatarian for 4 years. So it was just, and the Game Changers. All the vegan athletes.
I watch it.
I think that was the biggest film for any non-vegans as well. I think people see athletes as idols. Once that film came out, I've had so many teammates and fans message me about transitioning to a vegan diet or even more of a plant-based diet. And I think being one of those quote-unquote idols to these kids has motivated me more to spread the word about veganism.
We also know that, like, you're a gamer. You play Call of Duty and some Fortnite. That you enjoy Netflix shows. I think I've heard you're a big fan of Orange is the New Black. What else do you do, or what else have you been watching to take a step away from the game when you have free time? I mean, I know you're a dad now too, but what do you do to unwind?
So yeah, I watch a lot of reality TV. I like that trash. It allows me to just space out. Anything from Vanderpump Rules to what else do we have? The Jersey Shore. It's so trashy, but it's just so entertaining. And then you have the MTV, the Challenge, Survivor, what else? The Amazing Race, all these things. Anything really just to take my mind off of everyday life and just be able to space out and not think.
So training at home, what were you doing for your pastime?
So I have 2 dogs. So I walk around in my apartment with 2 dogs. So I love animals. So I told you guys. So I'm playing with 2 dogs in my house. So just how to relax for me.
What kind of dogs?
So Jack Russell Terrier and Cavalier, King Spaniel, the small dog. Yeah.
Let's move on to our challenges. So Doug, who's gonna win?
Probably Yudai.
plays in the NBA.
Come on. You're selling yourself short. 3, 2, 1, go.
Close game.
And stop.
We lost you. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. Okay. And stop.
So I received a call. Somebody.
Oh,
you
is
lose.
that why?
You lose. Sorry.
Doug says you're disqualified. What was your number, Doug?
Before
I
the phone
21.
call.
Oh, 19.
Oh,
19.
no, you win. You're 21, right?
Must be the hair.
Must be the hair. We're giving that the first basketball weave to Doug, unless you guys want to do a redo.
Afraid someone's gonna call me, so maybe I should just take the win.
Okay. Another physical challenge. Now we're gonna do the first one to 15 burpees. You know what burpee is? Yeah. But chest to ground, Doug. You gotta go.
The dog's dancing. Yeah, all the way down.
All the way down.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready? It's first one to 15. 15 wins.
I'm good. Yep.
Doug, you good?
Good.
3, 2, 1, go. This is close. Doug's moving quick. Look at Doug's hair when he's jumping up. It's awesome. Sorry to do this to you guys after practicing.
I know.
It's a little cool.
Oh,
Oh,
you didn't tell me it was gonna be a workout.
That was.
You got 15?
I think that was Doug first.
Yeah, I think Doug barely etched it out, Yudai. Barely.
Oh,
He's got the experience.
almost same.
Too.
On to the language challenge, which is our final challenge. Yudai, I don't know if you know that Doug is also fluent in Mandarin. Yudai, do you know any Mandarin? No, okay, no Mandarin. Well,
What would you like to learn? How about that?
This practice was so hard.
Okay, we could do that. Ready?
Yep.
今天的训练很难。
What?
今天
今天
的练球
的练球
很难。
很难。
Perfect.
Oh, not
Easy.
I can speak Chinese.
Yeah, you can.
Professional. It's hard for me too.
you, Doug, you know any Japanese?
Konnichiwa, sashimi. That's about it.
What do you want to learn in Japanese?
Where is the best ramen restaurant?
一番のラーメン屋さんはどこですか？一番の
一番の
ラーメン
ラーメン
や
what?
屋さん
屋さん
は
は
どこですか？
Oh my gosh.
Too wrong, man.
一番のラーメン
屋さんは
屋さんは
どこですか？
どこですか?
That's perfect.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Yep.
Bye.
It's a wrap. Tune in to the next episode of Ballerific.
Hi, I'm Yudai. What's the next Ballerific?